What's going on, guys? Don't ask why I have the coat on, man. It's breezy in Massachusetts, I'm telling you. I tell you, boy. But I wanted to make this video because I'm getting a lot of DMs on Instagram still about a video I made a while ago, how to stand up for yourself. And it really breaks my heart, man, when you guys tell me your stories about how you let people close to you disrespect you, and you don't really know the right way to handle it. You know, you let friends say slick shit and you don't really know how to check them. And I understand that because, you know, I didn't always have the ability myself to properly stand up for myself, but I learned it through repetition. And the point I want to bring home in this video is it's a muscle. Standing up for yourself, valuing yourself, it's a muscle. You have to actively practice it every single day you wake up until it becomes pretty much natural. Because chances are, if you're letting people disrespect you, it's not going to feel natural to finally take a stand. It's going to feel different. But I assure you, after you do it a couple times, you'll feel that specific feeling of value. You'll feel like, damn, you know what? That felt good. Of course it feels good. Because we don't take crap around here. We don't take shit from people. We don't do that. You are a high value man or woman, depending on who's watching this video. And I want you to know that. We don't take crap from anyone, especially if we're grinding and we're on our purpose. So let's really think about the fact that society has a tendency to be passive aggressive. Society runs off of passive aggressiveness. Who keeps it a buck with you really on an everyday basis? Not many people. Not many people. And some of you guys like my content because I always keep it a buck, regardless of if you agree with me or if you don't agree with me. Not many people in your life are going to keep it 100% with you. That's a fact. In fact, people like to give you a little fake out. They like to act like they're keeping it 100 with you. Meanwhile, they're really trying to plot on you and screw you over. So bearing that in mind, we got to understand that when you first stand up for yourself the first time, you might not get a positive reaction from that. But we're not doing it for the reaction. If you are standing up for yourself with the impression that once you do it, the person you were talking to is just gonna roll over and be like, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it again. It's not always gonna go like that. In fact, half the time you might get a negative reception to what you just said because people are not used to people being direct with them and telling them how it is. But you know what you're gonna get 10 times out of 10? Respect. You're not doing it for their reaction. You're doing it so that your brain knows, hey, this is what type of time we're on now. Because chances are, if you haven't been standing up for yourself, you've allowed people through repetition to continuously disrespect you and you've made it a habit. And we got to stop that right here, right now. We're not going for any of that. And they might call you rude. You know, they might say you're an asshole. But fuck them. You should have never disrespected me in the first place. And the key is, guys, we don't get emotional in the moment. That's the hardest thing you're going to have to practice. Because if you haven't done it, you know, your heart might be racing a little fast. It might be hard for you to get words out in a calm manner. It's not going to be easy for you the first time you're doing this to look someone in the eyes, make eye contact, and tell them to cut the shit. Just like that. You don't got to raise your voice. You don't have to do any of that. You talk in a very civilized manner, very eloquent, very under control of the situation, and you tell them to stop playing you like that because you're not a fool. You're not a dummy. You're not going to sit back and let people disrespect you because they were joking. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was, your closest friend. I don't care if it's your brother. Respect is important in this world. If people feel like they don't have respect for you, they're going to do whatever to you subconsciously because they don't have respect for you. Think about all the people that you guys may not respect in your personal life. Do you really care how you address them? Probably not, because you don't respect them. Respect is important, and I don't want you guys letting all these people who have agendas in the media to tell you respect isn't important as a man. It is very important. People are not naturally just going to have respect for you. Respect is earned. I don't care what anyone says. That's how life is. I'm going to give you the real, okay? I'm not talking about how it ought to be. We can have that conversation later, but dealing with the circumstances we have, Your respect is very important. It's very important. I take respect so seriously. Like it's literally do or die for my respect, because I understand how I've seen people who have not garnered respect and how people treat them, especially in the workplace. People will be buddy with you. They might really like you, but if they don't respect you, they treat you like shit. And I've seen, coworkers just get treated like shit and they don't do nothing. In the workplace where you're there maybe like 60% of your time in the day and you just letting people disrespect you, I don't know how you could sleep at night. And I want you guys to have that same mentality, because when it comes to standing up for yourself, it's a mentality. It's a mentality. It starts here. You have to value yourself. If you are not standing up for yourself, there's part of you that does not value yourself as much as you should. What's going to make it easy for you to value yourself? You get on your grind. You get on your grind. You get in the gym. You start eating better. You start hanging around more positive people. You're not going to have time for the disrespect. All these assholes who you guys may know who are super successful, but they're jerks. They come across as jerks. One thing that they do have is they have a lot of dignity and respect for themselves. And that allows them to say whatever they want to say out of their mouths because they value themselves. They may have a lot of other toxic traits, but one thing they do have is they value themselves. And that's what I want you guys to take away from this video. You have to practice. You have to practice every day. If you get lax on this, you're still going to be getting taken advantage of. People are still going to throw a lot of shit your way. And people are going to test you regardless. But I guarantee you something, they're not going to test you as much if they know you're going to say something. If they know you're going to say something, you don't have to raise your voice. No one respects a man that feels the need to always constantly raise his voice to make a point. If anything, you lose respect because you see he's emotional. He's emotional. Look at him, emotional. Emotional. We don't respect that. We keep it nice and calm. We keep it very eloquent. We're very under control. And it doesn't matter who it is. If it's a family member, listen, nothing changes. The guidelines don't change. With no remorse. You just simply tell them, hey, I feel like you're disrespecting me. Stop disrespecting me. That's it. And you guys have to understand, people might take that shit as a joke if you have not shown a proven track record of standing up for yourself. So what you have to do, you have to change the way you move. Maybe you're a little too goofy all the time. I like a nice joke. I'm very goofy too. But listen, you're being too goofy. People can't respect you because you're always playing around. You're always saying you're just joking. You're always trying to make people laugh. You need to hold more of a masculine frame at certain times to let people know you're serious. If they don't take you serious, they're not, you could say the most, ingenious thing on the planet. They're not going to take it seriously because they don't take you serious. You always making everything a joke. It's no jokes over here when it comes to your respect. There's no jokes. You're worth something. There's no reason why you're worth less than any other person walking. There's no reason. There's no reason. Don't let society tell you nothing. Society likes to talk. They like to do a lot of this. That's what I noticed. They like to do a lot of this, but you can quiet all that noise if you have some self-dignity. Facts. I never lie. Have some self-dignity, bro. They might say you're rude. They might say that was a little aggressive. Oh, that's a little harsh. I was just joking. Well, yeah, don't do it again. Don't do it again. People love to say they're joking when you catch them on their shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you guys to get deterred by the reaction you may get when you stand up for yourself. And eye contact is very key. It is very key. If you stand up for yourself, even if you say it in a stern manner, you're not joking, if you're not looking them in the eyes, that shows you're hesitant. That shows you have fear. In your heart, you have some fear. And you might still have fear when you do it the first time, but guess what? You make eye contact, you look someone in the eyes, they're going to feel you a lot more. You can't just, look to the side. I feel like you disrespect me and I'm fed up with it. That's not doing nothing. Listen. I'm not going to say it like that because, of course, you don't get emotional, guys. You look him in the eyes and say, listen, I've noticed that you know, there's been a few occasions where you said things that are very disrespectful to me, and I'm not, you know, I don't want you to continue doing that. Or you simply look him in the eyes and you say, look, cut the shit. I know you're being disrespectful. Cut it. Don't do it. You don't have to say something super elaborate. You don't have to say, you know, a long soliloquy. You don't have to say an essay. You don't have to break down what you're saying in MLA format. None of that. None of that, guys. And it's a muscle. I can't coach you through all of this. You have to really get in the field and practice this. And people are always going to deter you when you do something that's good for yourself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what their opinions are. It shouldn't matter to you. You know, it shouldn't matter to you. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people have a limited perspective, and they're not going to understand you completely anyways. But why you're not doing it for validation? You're doing it for not only self-validation, but you're doing it to prove a point to yourself. If they respect you, cool. If they don't respect you, cool. But we don't take disrespect. That's the main thing. I cringe every time you guys tell me about times you were disrespected, because it makes me mad. It's just like, damn, you know, and I know you guys are good people. That's the thing. When you're a good person, you want people to like you. You want to be nice, you know, you want to treat people. But there comes a certain time where you got to let people, you're about your business. You got to let people know, I'm about my business, man. Don't disrespect me. You know, you could be someone coming to work every day. You work hard. You keep your head down. You respect everyone. People are still going to try you, because the truth is, people have insecurities about people who have good qualities. That's why they really disrespect you. But listen, we don't have time for any of that. If you have to check someone every day, check someone every day, but do it the right way. Look them in the eyes and tell them, look, don't disrespect me like that, man. That's it. You don't have to raise your voice, especially if you're a man. I'm telling you, don't raise your voice, man. So I just wanted to bring those points home. I hate when you guys tell me, you know, dang, like I got disrespected today and I didn't do nothing. Every time you do that, you're regressing. You're becoming more insecure. You're valuing yourself less because you're taking shorts. You know, there's a term in the hood, it's called taking shorts. It just means you're taking shit. We don't take shorts. We don't take any shorts, guys. You don't have to be a dickhead. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be aggressive. You can be very polite, very eloquent, but at the end of the day, you bring the point home. Don't disrespect me. And with that being said, guys, it's your boy Dipsy. We don't take shorts. We're high value men. We're on our shit. We don't have time for any of the disrespect. We don't take crap from anyone, but at the same time, we're not assholes and we're not antagonizing anyone. I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out.